You like that though. You like that. Sometimes you gotta go off the screen, launch the fishing hook, and reel yourself back. Totally unrehearsed. But
I don't like the jersey you got on.
Oh, come on now. Y'all ain't even playing y'all yet. Relax.
Just preseason.
Them breaks, bro.
Preseason. You better be glad I didn't get my jersey. I'm superstitious, so I don't. It's gonna be different. I'm even in a different place this year, so I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm very superstitious. So sometimes I wear Packer gear. Sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends. Like, I go by the games. Whatever I'm wearing, the game that they win, I wear that every single game. So yeah, I'm dead serious. And then if we lose and I'm wearing that outfit, got to get another outfit.
Wow.
I'm very superstitious.
I have our superstitions, and I mean, it's only weird if it doesn't work. So
I'm saying, so I can't, like, for instance, I've come to the realization I cannot watch live Packers game while they're the visiting team, because the 3 games that I went to that they're visiting, negatory, did not work out. One of them was when Jordy Nelson tore his ACL in Pittsburgh. I was at that game. And 2 of them were here in Atlanta, one in the old Georgia Dome, one in the new. Wasn't pretty. So, superstition-wise, cannot watch Green Bay as if they're the visiting team.
Wow.
But when I do go to Green Bay, though, we win and we won the Super Bowl. So that's why this year, after 9 years later, I will be going to Green Bay to visit and watch a game.
Well, I wish you the best in that.
It's in September.
Oh, so it should only be like 40.
No, actually, it's not that bad. I've actually been to Green Bay. The last time I went to Green Bay was in October. It was cold, but it wasn't. It's a different kind of cold up there. But it was
like cold here, basically. What you're saying?
Well, it was 40 degrees there in October when I went.
Yeah, it ain't bad.
It wasn't bad.
It's cold every once in a while in October.
Yeah. But I had the right gear because I had my ski grip. I had my ski gear for when I went skiing, so I had that because I knew that was like ready and layered up because skiing in the snow. So yeah, so I was good. I actually got hot and wound up taking off clothes, and that's when I almost got into a fight and stuff. So, anyways,
I swear, boy, those diehard fans can't take them nowhere.
Do not disrespect the team.
Negative, no disrespect coming this way.
So I see you're back in the closet.
Back in the closet, yeah. It's excuse me if you don't mind. Thank you. It's great for my like for the acoustics,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
so you don't have a room with good acoustics. Maybe I need to walk around the house and see what kind of acoustics I have in my rooms. But all the rooms are big here. Like even this room is probably the smallest room.
I think whatever room has like the most furniture or the smallest room with a lot of furniture. If so, I guess a closet, maybe a lot of stuff. Because, it's a super empty room.
I just like, I got the,
Yeah, we know. Thank you. Shout out to them yet again.
Alrighty. I'm just saying. I mean, you got shout out. I got Villanova up here too, so can't hurt. But might as well, And then my grandmother and my dad, over my shoulder. So,
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm doing all right. I always pay my respects. I always say hey. I always greet them. You know how it is. Okay. You know how it is. You got to greet the head of household when you walk in the house. Rules now. So I'm not going to shy away from that. But
all right. What we got we got a jab this week?
We have a jab. We actually got 2. But one of them is kind of like a daily occurrence. Kind of happens everywhere. So I'm gonna put that one in the bank and just save it for like a rainy day when I'm feeling jabless.
Okay.
So this jab goes out to I have no idea who this person was, and I'm really hoping, I think for everybody's sake, that it wasn't real, and although it looked one way, they were just able to flip it and say it was another thing, and that, so I'm hoping that's what it was. But you know what I mean? Like, I really hop on, like certain websites, or what I do sometimes, I want to bypass about 90-95% of the stuff. The other 5%, 5 to 10% might be something constructive. Until today, when I saw this video that said something along the lines of pit bull breaks in woman's home and eats her cat. I had to click on it. I had to because the first thought in my mind was pit bull with like gloves on, and he's like picking the lock, and I'm like, well, no, that couldn't happen. Well, maybe he ran through like a glass door or something. And I don't know. It was just too many things. I just had to go see what was going on, so I clicked on it. Sure enough, it's a woman. She's, I would say, no more than about maybe 5 to 10 feet away from a live pit bull. Pit bull does look like it's going in on something. From the video, it looked like it was going in on a toy. Can't really say if it was a cat or not. I wasn't really trying to make that determination. But what I do know is that this pit bull is wagging its tail. Sign of excitement, sign of being happy, sign of, cool. Almost like it's playing with a toy. And if it's allegedly eating this cat, because according to the video, that's what the woman is, she thinks is going on. She's, I'm sorry. She's only standing 5 to 10 feet away from the dog. The live pit bull. Pit bull is not yours. The pit bull has already attacked something inside your house. Clearly, it's not safe inside the house. Am I right or am I wrong?
True.
She does not move. She stands there and she cries over the dead cat while this dog is happily feasting. I wanted to just stop right there and just laugh my ass off. Couldn't help it. Because I'm thinking to myself, it's just a cat. The dog is going to be finished with it in a few minutes. Where's he going next? I mean, she didn't sound like she's like some type of Olympic, track star athlete that she might be able to outrun it. Maybe, I don't know. But either way, I'm calling, I don't know. It's a mixture between 911 and animal control. And I'm like, yo, you got 3 minutes to get here. In 3 minutes, so this thing will be dead. Yeah. Hilarious to me. I just refuse to believe that was real. That woman was real. I mean, I understand like the attachment that we have to our pets, kind of treat them like they're our children or whatever. So I get it. It's just, nah, I can't see it. I can't, nah.
Yeah, that's hard.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough.
So I'm going to go ahead and ask for the owners of said pit bull, whether she's actually the owner or their own owners, the dog's owners or whatever. I need all of them to come to the front of the classroom, relax them shoulders, keep that head up, and accept this jab to the back of the what, guys? Back of the throat. You got it.
You and your posse over there.
Yeah, it's my studio audience. And it's not stuffed animals either. I cannot. All right, Jab.
Yols,
what we got on
so shout out to our listeners. Because as we got back in the swing of things, posting the podcast and getting it ready for this past week, I actually went on Podbean, where we hosted, and was like, all right, let me look at these numbers. And we were gone for 2 months, and you guys were actively, and I mean actively, listening to past episodes, whether it's catching up or just needed a laugh or whatever.
Like binge listening to the whole
something. But I mean, and we can officially say we global. We got Australia. Australia was big for us. We have quite a footprint in Australia. What was the other one? It was Australia.
I think it was like some people in Kenya. That was like, I remember that's from season 1.
Yeah, we got a little bit of Africa in there. I was like, okay, Africa. So I mean, I'm just saying.
We got a lot of people in Virginia. I have no idea.
Well,
yeah, I do. Okay. I know. What was it? What do we call her? Agent 13?
Oh yeah, and Maryland. We do have a big footprint in the DC, Maryland area, Virginia. But the one that shocked me was Cali. Cali is second behind North Carolina as the most listeners. So of course North Carolina, but you got Cali, and I'm like, oh.
I mean, I appreciate whoever is
right. I know one listener, Jasper. You know, I don't know if he out there telling his folks to listen. If so, I appreciate you, Jasper. That's the homie. That's my run homie. But yeah, Cali definitely surprised me. I'm like, okay, cool. So yeah, I'm excited about it. And the most popular episode, of course, was What Women Want and What Men Want, with like 180. Both of them had like over 100. One was 181 downloads
in the last 30 days.
Right. Like,
that's the part
like 90 downloads. So I'm just like, that was it. So, you know, like I don't know, I guess, you know.
Much appreciate it.
Pat on the back.
Yeah, seriously. Appreciate it, because all we really said we wanted to do initially was just talk it out.
Yeah.
A form of therapy, and throw some humor in there so that people are interested. And look where we are. Not saying that we've arrived, but
we've arrived.
We've arrived to no longer being where we were when we started.
Yeah. Yes.
That was a great way to put it. Yeah. So, again, thank you. And thank you to, and also shout out to the other podcasters. Because I do listen to other people, and sometimes I do hear they give us shout outs.
Yep.
People to go subscribe to them. And so we definitely appreciate that. And we will be reaching out to y'all to invite y'all on so that we could just sit down and shoot shit.
Yeah, because my homeboy CP, he started a new podcast over the summer. Where Did I Park? Which is actually pretty good.
That's the name of it?
Yeah. Because
I love it.
It's really just him, just, you know, sharing his thoughts and just kind of just, you know, whatever it may be. He had a soccer one. He had a gratitude one. The gratitude one was really good, where he does, you know, a list of what he's grateful for each day. And he kind of went through that. And, you know, he talks about his sons, his wife, his fraternity sometimes. But it's just honestly, it's just his thoughts, his therapy. Like you say, he just gets on there and that's his therapy to talk through things. And I found I love it because he has a lot of sound effects. He has the music as well, like we do, but he has like sound effects that just really set it off, honestly. Like, yeah.
This is it right here.
Yeah. Where Did I Park? Yep, that's him.
It backwards looks like it's backwards, but I mean, you can get from the picture. I mean, it kind of looks like he's looking at you, Yols.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe right now.
Yeah, so you know, I like it. I enjoy it. That's one of my weekly ones, along with In the Trenches with the Toulons.
Yeah. Yep.
And then there was another one that they got added to the Toulon network. They have a network of podcasts. It's called Parental Advisory. 4 dads. It's 4 dads. No, is it 4? 4 or 6? 6 dads, I think. Let me get it right, because I don't want Tuli to be like, so you just gonna shout us out, but you're gonna have it wrong. So, I don't want him to be like, so that's how you just gonna do me. So
yeah, I'm looking for it now. Let me see.
Yeah. So. Excuse me. It's Paternity Ward. My bad. Paternity Ward, and it's 6 dads talking about their life as being dads.
They
just had an episode talking about the dad bod, so that should be fun.
The dad bod.
Yeah.
Well, amen. All right.
So yeah, so like I said, it's been a lot of and then of course we always got to shout out Eric, what he's doing over at Who Got Next. He's doing some amazing things over there. Always shout him out because he's been on the show a few times. So yeah, man.
I saw, I can't remember when it was, but I saw the Easy Does It podcast, which is his other podcast. They hit 200 episodes.
Yeah.
So, and which is crazy because
we're in good company here, man.
it's like what, four or five of them, and they're kind of spread out throughout the country.
Yes.
And they've got 200 episodes.
Yeah.
So just
That's
shout
impressive.
out.
That's
just
impressive.
Whoever handles, that part. I mean, that's really legitimate. I mean, that's impressive, honestly.
Yeah.
That's for real. I mean, it's just two of us, so it's kind of easy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We getting the hang of things, Oh,
yeah.
But we're in good company. We're surrounded by a great group of folks that, that are doing some great things, and we can shout them out. They can shout us out. So it's all love, man. I love it. I am here for it.
Yeah. And you know what though? I was thinking, like, even when I know this is like off topic, so it's the last thing before we get into the meat of the show.
Interesting.
But I was thinking that like whenever we're on, I guess what they call it, summer breaks or breaks in between seasons or whichever. I don't know. I might have to have like either I go on like a podcast tour and I'm just hopping on other people's podcasts, or I do like maybe like my own something, and it's just I don't know, whatever, because I've noticed
you need to catch up, because I've been on Easy Does It. I've been on Who Got Next. I've been on the In the Trenches with the Two Lines.
Yeah, I went on my invite. Preach.
Oh yeah, I haven't been on which shout out to Joe and the beat at Phone Keys Wall. I haven't been on there, even though we shared the same Google space.
I haven't been on there either.
Yeah.
But what I was going, hold on. Well, I've been on Ellipsis podcast.
Yep, we've been on there.
I've been on Ellipsis. I've been on Drink Till We're Married. I've been on another one. Easy Does It. Been on Easy Does It. I know there's one more at least. Can't recall the name of it, but anyway. But yeah, one thing. What I noticed though is like whenever we're on a hiatus from the podcast, I noticed that it's a lot easier to fall into those dark places. And I don't know if it's because it's like I'm losing an outlet, not losing it, but I'm just not.
It's therapy, man.
Yeah, I mean, and it really is. I keep telling people that, and I don't think people kind of grasp just how beneficial it is when even if you're just talking about something completely unrelated to whatever you have going on, whatever is stressing you out or is bothering you, even if you're just literally isolating yourself from that and talking about whatever. Right. It's therapeutic. It's helpful. You know what I mean? It's it really helps, because I noticed that whenever we're recording our episodes, I mean, I'm only I'm focused on whatever it is that we're talking about. I'm not thinking about. I'm not even able to think about anything else. The conversation's so good usually. I'm there, right there. Boom. Yeah. So.
Oh God, you and this Kappa thing. Sorry
about that.
So today's topic, mass shootings. We've had 2 mass shootings this past weekend within a 24-hour time. We'll just pause right there. 2 mass shootings
within 24 hours.
In under 24 hours. Okay.
And I can say, because I'll be honest, I intentionally try not to get into like the nitty gritty at first, whenever there's some type, whenever something's going on. And the reason for that is because, just being honest, I kind of already know the narrative. You know what I mean? And this is what the statistics show. Like, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The numbers support the fact that the person is of a Caucasian descent. They immediately say it's mental health. Person suffers from some form of mental health, whether it's PTSD as a result of the military or war, or it's just, they will live some type of unstable childhood and then they went from foster home or whatever. It's always a narrative. So it's like, it's already a sad, it's sad to hear about somebody walking into a place where people are, for lack of better terms, minding their own business, doing whatever. And a lot of those people didn't even go home. They didn't get a chance to call their family and tell them they love them one last time or anything like that. It's just, literally it could be me going to the mall just to go pick up something that arrived that I had ordered. You know what I mean? Like I had to go pick up a tux a couple months ago because I was in a wedding. And if a shooter had been in the mall, you know what I mean? Could have been taken out. And all I was doing was just running literally up the street to go grab something, come right back to the house.
Yep.
And it's I don't know, man. Like, where do we? Everybody can. I don't know, not everybody, but so many people that personally knew the person can say, they probably ask themselves, like, where did we go wrong? Where did we fail this person?
Well, but it's not even that. So it goes back to the excuse. So we had Dayton, Ohio, and
in Texas
and El Paso.
Yeah.
So one of the shooters, they was like, why did you do it? First of all, the meme that's been kind of going around is, of course, where a kid was in Walmart with a BB gun or toy gun and he got shot unarmed by a cop. But this guy walks in, like surveillance camera. Dude walks through, ain't hiding nothing. You come in with an AR. Like you come in with an AR, got ready. Like the surveillance got you just walking in with a straight gun and just let it go in Walmart. But he walks away unscathed, having a whole conversation with the cops. And they asked him, they was like, well, why you do it? He blatantly goes, oh, it's, I follow Trump. And, what it really inspired me was seeing there was a picture of some heavy artillery guns that spelled out the word Trump. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, yeah, because Trump said we got to get these illegal aliens out of here. The Mexicans got to go. So he felt like he was doing the work for Trump. He blatantly says that. Ain't no ambiguity in it. Ain't no confusion in it. Straight out. Trump stands up and goes, it's the video games. What? He goes, that was the first press conference. It's children watching violent video games. That's where he goes first.
I promise you, I'm not laughing at the situation.
Oh, I know. Like, he says video games. Then,
I'm only laughing because I am legitimately impressed at how this dude is never wrong about anything.
Now, we all know Trump and the NRA are, and I am a concealed, and technically because I have a concealed weapons license, I have, when you initially get it, you're a member of the NRA. So it's just by default. So my first year, yes, just because that was a part of the whole thing. But Trump, the NRA, of course, most of these candidates, the NRA done gave them a whole ton of money. Most of the Republicans are, so of course he can't blame the NRA.
Right.
When in actuality, really, it needs to be blaming itself because literally the guy goes, Trump is the reason why, like in a sense. So the second press conference, when he's actually on his way to visit El Paso and Dayton, he goes, oh, it's mental health. We need to do something about mental health in America. Again. So he tries to dodge it with the video games. And people are like, what? And so he then, before getting on the plane, he says mental health, when in fact, Trump is the one who undid the mandate that said that if you have that Obama put in place that you cannot get a gun if you had some kind of mental health, whatever. He undid it, but then goes, oh, well, we, needs to be something done about mental health. We need to focus on mental health. I'm just like, but right. Sir, you're the reason why people with mental health can get guns and stuff. Like,
Yols, I'll be honest with you. I call it smoke and mirrors.
I completely agree. I mean, at the end of the day, you can say whatever the hell you want. It's like I said, the other meme, but he's white. He's white. It's at the end of the day, he's white. So the mass shootings we have right now, it's, 250 mass shootings in the year of our Lord 2019. 8 months and we've had 250 mass shootings. And the shooter is not Muslim. they not Mexican. Like, it's like 2% that it's other. But that other 90%, Caucasian male.
So hold on.
Yep.
Because I intentionally went to look this up. If
Yep.
It's been 250 already.
Yep.
Today is only the 202nd day of the year.
Yep.
So it's literally an average of more than one a day.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. I got it.
Yep.
I got it.
Yeah.
I don't know, Yols. I saw a video of this motorcycle like backfired or something.
Oh yeah. Seen that.
People ain't wasting no time. Well, hold on, wait. Let me not. Some people did. Some people played it. Oh, what's going on? Why is everyone running? Other people was like, I'm good. Let's go. I'm racing. I'm getting that gold medal. I'm out of here. So I don't know.
And they started running because they thought it was a gun. Like, that's how, you know, a car or a motorcycle backfired in New York and people went running and people got trampled because they thought it was a gun when it was just a motorcycle backfiring. Yeah.
I mean, I don't care where you're at. Anything like that sound, any sound such as that is going to sound 10 times worse in New York, especially in Times Square, because that sound's going to ricochet off all those buildings. So it's just going to seem, it's just going to seem worse. So, I mean, oh man, heart go out to them. For real.
Yeah. It's
So
crazy.
Can't charge a motorcycle.
Like let's start to level set this. Let's really start to level set this as United States. So aside from who's doing the mass shootings, the fact that we have that many mass shootings on 202 days, you have 250. Like, so there was a Forbes article that came out that states, that has a list of the countries, some of the most dangerous countries listed and ranked. United States is listed at number 19 for the most dangerous, one of the most dangerous countries to travel to. 19. It's number 19. This is the world. 19. It's beating out Jordan. How many
countries are in the world?
It's beating out Afghanistan. It's beating out countries that you like, oh, really? Yeah. Yes.
There's 100.
There's now a travel advisory for people who are traveling to the United States because of the mass shootings. But we're supposed to be this great, amazing country, and we're supposed to be better than all these other countries. But yet and still, we got all this stuff like, you usually get a travel advisory like, don't go to Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, or Korea, to North or South, Korea, because
the South Pole.
We on that list, bro. We on that list. Like, we.
You know what's crazy is that I just looked. There's 195 countries in the world.
Yep.
Give or take. So we're number 19.
19
out of 195. That puts us in the top 10%.
Yep.
That's
because of these mass shootings, period. It's just like Australia had a mass shooting. They immediately changed their gun laws within 48 hours.
Yo, Australia, like, for real. I'm telling you, it is looking, the grass is looking greener and greener every week. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, I had a whole conversation with my mom about it. I said, if it wasn't for y'all, I would have been gone. She said, I don't blame you. She's like, I really honestly don't. That's the only reason why I'm still in the United States. That's it. Be honest.
Yeah, no,
like after traveling across the world, it's like for instance, one of the safest places was Switzerland. So I went to Switzerland last year. Amazing place. Loved it. Loved Switzerland. But I'm just sitting here like, for years, I be telling folks, everybody's like, oh, you be traveling, you got to be careful. They got a lot going on, because I've been to Colombia. You know, everybody was like, "Oh, the drug war." United States beat out Colombia. Colombia ain't even.
You know, I wonder what people say about our country whenever.
Bruh.
No, hey, I want to go visit.
Oh,
like,
I asked the natives in every single country I've went to.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to Dubai, they thought it was we were a joke because that was at the time that Trump was running for president. So they thought they was like, he's funny. He's, they didn't think he was going to get it.
Right.
Like we were pretty much a joke. Some hate us because the United States is the cause for a lot of conflict that country is receiving. Like for instance, Colombia, because we asked about the drug war. They said, well, if the United States would stop the high demand of cocaine, then our country wouldn't be in turmoil. So, it's just interesting to hear how people, and then you got some like, going to Egypt, they think United States, some of the folks we talk to in the United States, they think it's, from Egypt, they think it's the motherland. They're like, oh my God, I can't wait to be a citizen, because Egypt is actually one of the countries that actually beat out United States as being dangerous. And I just got back from there. I ain't gonna say it's, they got their issues, but I didn't feel a threat from them. But it seems
like it'll all be relative, right? Like every state, every city, every state has their areas. Like, hey, don't you dare.
Yeah.
9 o'clock come around, or street lights better be inside the house. You better lock your doors, every door, like all the time. And then it's got other places where you just be free.
But the crazy part is Egypt's on lockdown because so much has been stolen from Egypt. So, and we all know that from history. So much has been stolen from Egypt. So there's nothing to walk around in Egypt and you see, pretty much they're in straight army regalia with guns. Like they are very strict in Egypt, and they are even more cautious when it comes to Americans. They're like, oh, you American? Like we get searched extra because they're like, Americans have stole their history. And then, Americans, Greek, back in the day, Greece, you got to think the ancient gods, the Egyptian gods, the Greek gods ain't nothing but pretty much a fake mock-up of the Egyptian gods. But everybody knows Zeus and Pythagoras and Athena, but nobody talks about some of the most amazing Egyptian gods who pretty much the Greeks just stole and just changed the name.
Mm-hmm.
So they're on edge because so much has been stolen from Egypt, which is causing everybody that lives in Egypt to be tense. And I mean, if I'm living in an environment, I want to escape too. Let's be honest. Let's just be 100. But again, it's from ramifications of Western civilization. So much has been stolen from them, and now, but that's what I'm saying. For every action, there's a reaction. So if you truly look at why some of these countries are fighting or are in turmoil, look at where it started. And I would not be surprised. Like Afghanistan, Iran, half of that is because Americans don't went over. Oh, we're gonna interfere with you and teach you guys democracy, and you need to do this and you need to do that. And now they fighting, and like, let's be honest. So
there's like, our country has a footprint in basically every country, every country out there. And it's like, it's crazy, but it's usually a war that's what gets us over there. Whether it was because we were beefing with some country and one of their allies jumped in, so by default, we got to beef with them too. And since we ended up winning, now we got to set up a military base over there. Or it could be sometimes, it's been stated that sometimes they will start a war specifically so they can set up and kind of invade the country. And it's
because the Iraqi war was based off of oil.
That one,
and the Bushes are all in oil. So, and it was during the Bush era. So that's why I'm like, don't get me, no country's perfect. So I'm not about to sit up here and say all these countries that came below United States or whatever are squeaky clean. Hell no. Even Australia, I get it. But just look at the numbers. You like 250 mass shootings, and your excuse is, oh, he's white and he had a mental illness. Come on, man. Come on, man.
But I don't know. I feel like I'm not being funny. But so one of the conversations it was a healthy debate going back and forth between one of my friends, real good friend of mine, and my position was, it's kind of like during the last presidential election. It's kind of I don't know. It's just like you're kind of looking back, and there really wasn't like any one candidate that just was basically killing the game. Like everybody had like so much baggage, so much luggage, and then it's almost like it came down to, well, it's like both candidates suck, so we're just gonna go with whoever we think sucks less. It's kind of like, it seems that the consensus decision that not everyone, but a lot of people have made, and I'm not gonna say like, I mean, I'll never say that a person was wrong for voting for who they voted for. I'll never say that, because that's all in your opinion. That's what you have to do.
It's your choice.
But my thing is,
wait a minute. As long as they voted, because there's a lot that didn't vote. Yeah. We talk about the ones that voted. I'm just saying.
Well, you checked them hard, Yols, didn't you? And then she neck rolled on somebody twice. So I feel like she's talking to somebody.
We'll talk about the great hack next episode. We'll go into that. But anyways, continue.
Bruh. For those that would like some type of a homework assignment, for real, The Great Hack, Netflix. Catch it, peep it.
Yes.
We'll chat about it later. I guarantee you that's probably a 2-part episode, honestly. But anyway, we can shorten it up. But anyways, my main thing is just that I feel like I hate to say it, but like a lot of Black people it's like now we just kind of get to sit back and be like, now you see what we were talking about? Because like we already knew what the deal was.
Oh yeah, now the whites, some of these whites is like, oh my God, why are you guys not more upset and da-da-da. I'm like, because honey, this has been our life for years. Like our grandparents and great, like y'all just now getting a taste of what the hell we have been saying since slavery.
Yeah, but we're already past it.
Yeah,
like, it was just all right. So we've already adjusted.
And it's sad. It's just like we numb to it, which is sad. God, we just numb to it. But something got like,
yeah.
But the question is, who stopped? Because at the end of the day, this is where the great debate comes from. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. I get that. But there's a lot of hate right now being spewed in the United States. So at what point, and just like they said, which is true, there was mass shootings on Obama's watch. So, I mean, he did his best by saying, okay, well, since I can't stop the NRA, let's put these rules and regulations to where it's not as easy to get a gun. That still didn't stop anything, maybe slowed it down, but what the hell do you do at this point?
Yeah, realistically.
A president that literally goes, send them back to go back where you came from, and then at a press conference about a mass shooting, racism is not accepted here. We're a unified country. You are the one who's causing this. Like when he made that comment, I think social media lost its mind. I've never seen so many tweets, and oh my God.
You know what? I would love to work at Twitter for like a month, 1 month. I think during like October of any election year, I would love to work at Twitter just to see like if you're working there. I mean, there's something there like certain alarms that go off, or certain things happen whenever it's like suddenly something is trending, or is it you know what I mean?
Bruh. Like I be on like that's my I don't even do IG like that no more. Mine is Twitter. Like I be like, okay, God dang. What? Like I'm telling you, man. Like the stuff that Trump say, you be like, sir. Literally less than a month ago, you told 4 women, American citizens, to go back where they came from.
Right. Yeah.
And you called predominantly Black communities in the United States shitholes. But that's not racist. Oh, okay.
And then it's
your country. Like, you're calling communities in the United States shitholes, but you're the president. Attitude reflect leadership. That is my favorite line from Remember the Titans. And you want to know why the hell your country's falling the fucking apart. Attitude reflects leadership.
That's good. It does. It does. I mean, damn, yo, that was almost like a drop the mic moment.
Like,
I went with it, but I didn't have anything. You got me there.
It's frustrating because I'm sitting here like, just give a shit, hug somebody, damn, love them. Like, my God, you can't go to church, you can't go to the movies. Hell, you really can't sit in the house. Half the people were just walking in the street in damn Ohio. We on a nice stroll. I'm holding my hands with my boo.
Gone. 2
parents got killed shielding their child. Their child will never know. And the child was like 2, 1. Like, will never know their parents because they was trying to say they kid shot and killed. What? Trying to take the baby on a stroll? Come on, man. When is enough, man? This is ridiculous.
Don't forget, pit bulls are breaking into houses also. Killing cats. I'm sorry. Little poopsie isn't safety.
No.
But I feel like, number one, my heart really goes out to his staff because I feel like none of them have slept since
he took office.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I think a full night's rest is probably 3.5 hours of sleep. Honestly, because it's so much damage control. It's so many fires that they're putting out, and he's just walking around with a flamethrower, and they're just trying to like.
Meanwhile, he getting a solid 9 hours, waking up, going to play golf for 8, and then repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man, that's what we doing.
No, my heart go out to whoever's the next president will be, because a lot of, how everybody does. Like, everybody expects changes to take effect for whatever reason. On a nationwide scale, people expect for changes to take effect immediately, and they expect to be able to see the results immediately. Which is, I don't think that's ever happened. Maybe when George Washington left office. I think maybe. How big was the country? About what? 2,000 people, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I don't know. My heart goes out to them because they're gonna be fixing a lot. But at the same time, I think that's going to make their job a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think sometimes instead of pushing forward your own agenda, it may just be easier to just fix what literally has been broken.
Everything.
Right now, there's
somebody's campaign needs to be love. Like, Obama's was hope. We need love. We need or unity. Like, somebody's campaign needs to be unity, and they would probably.
They'd get a lot of people. They definitely
because that's what we need at this point. And if you want any slogan, we just got to be some damn unity somewhere, because like the hate is just on another level of just.
Yo,
I swear to God, if I hear Trump say the African Americans express to me how great I'm doing for the African American community. If you don't stop saying African American, oh my God. I just got off the phone with some African Americans, and they expressed to me how great I'm doing for the African American community.
Okay, first of all, I want to know who he's talking to. Like, seriously. I mean, because technically the statement is true if he's talking to the same person.
I don't care. But my thing is, bruh, like, and the sad part is, I don't even really see any relief. I don't see any relief in any of the 1,800 Democratic candidates, because I don't see anybody stand. I just don't. Like, they too.
Okay.
Like,
I kind of do. I do, but I don't think they're going to make it, just because I don't see it as I don't see it. I got people that I would really like to see take office, and I would really like to see. I really like to see them in action, basically. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. I'll vote for them because that's my right, but I don't see it happening.
I gotta change my voter registration. But my whole thing is, or I don't mind coming back to Charlotte and voting no. Like I will, whatever it takes. Okay.
That's cool because we're all going down to Atlanta. I'm not sure we forgot. It's all good. Yeah.
But man, what do you do as a people when the government and the president of a country you live in is spewing so much hate that's caused so much of a divide and violence and rhetoric? What do you do as a people? What do you do?
I think honestly, people have enough common sense to make sure that we're not passing that to the next generation. Because I mean, it's like, within our generation, I mean, I ain't gonna say it's lost cause. I'm not gonna say that, but the generation that we're in, I mean, like we're in the generation, basically the what's the word for? Like we're the main people that will affect what happens next in the country.
Right. We're the next leaders, senators, congressmen.
All of that. Exactly. Yeah. We have the most buying power because, I mean, like we're the adult age and, all of that stuff.
Right.
So I think it's up to our generation to make sure that we instill a damn near a specific set of morals and principles and guidelines in our children. Because if everybody, granted, no, everybody's not going to do it, but if more and more people do it, then I mean, it's a start.
Yeah.
That's my best. That's my best guess. That's all I got.
It's sad out here, man. It's just sad. I mean, it's just to the point where it's just like, I'm not fazed by what Trump says, but it's just between the mass shootings and the thing with ICE and separating these families. And it's hard to watch on social media. It truly is just hard. And halftime I just scroll like I can't, because it's just a lot. And then everything's on video and it gets shared. Like, dude, just walk like all these shootings. I'm like, now it's just like, all right, well, and Facebook, of course, they show everything. I done seen people commit suicide on Facebook. I done seen mass shootings on Facebook. And I'm just like, bruh.
I mean, if my take on it, if it's a video that's on Facebook, it's real. If it's an advertisement, that shit fake as hell.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. You're right.
So that's just a little nugget that into next week's episode, because man,
I don't like Facebook, but it's like I said, it's just sad. And like when do you start having the conversation? Like it goes, everybody talks about how great United States is, and I've traveled. I haven't traveled all over the world, but I've done quite a bit of traveling, and I've been humbled because I've been in areas where they have nothing and are the happiest people I've ever seen in my life. And then I've been in areas where they have the exact same, setup, government, everything, and they're thriving. And I'm like,
what are we doing wrong?
And then even for us to say that we're more technologically advanced, that's a lie. I've been in airports where I'm just like, oh, I don't have to go through 18 TSAs just but it's streamlined. It's like the technology I've been, bruh. Like Dubai alone. Dubai alone, really? And
my thoughts on that, honestly, is that I understand what they were trying to do when they wrote the Constitution. They basically wanted to say, look, we're our own set of people. We want to do shit our own way. We want to be able to, we want to be able to do shit our own way. But as citizens of this country, we want to be able to do whatever we want to do within, of course, within laws. But that's literally what, you know what I'm saying? That's like the general idea that they were trying to instill. But to be honest with you, and this is my personal opinion, I might catch some people for it, I don't care. I feel like it's a flawed system. I feel like that's something that works for a smaller country, which is probably most likely what they had in mind at the time. I don't think that the what they call them, the forefathers, the George Washingtons and Thomas Jeffersons and John Adams and all them cats, I don't think they knew the size of even just the continent, what they call it, the not necessarily with the borders, but just how much land, basically. I don't think they knew, like, how big the country could get.
Well, to break it down, the Constitution, it's still, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Okay, that ain't what's at stake. But then when you get into the little bylaws, the amendments, and it's just like, there's an amendment where a black person is 1/8 a person. So how you write the Constitution that says that all men are created equal? So I don't think, because a lot of people want to go, I think some of the founding documents are legit for the holistic, yes, we want all men are created equal. We are here to have this country, blah. Then these amendments come into play along with these laws, and you like, bro, this don't even match. These amendments don't even match what the Constitution is saying as a country. And then, like you said, it has grown. There were slaves. So we're still, like you said, we're still running a country based off of something that was written in 1887, and it's 2019.
I mean, slavery was
things evolve. But the thing is, the country hasn't, people have evolved, but the country as a judicial system and it hasn't evolved. It's still running the country like 1776, and we in 2019.
Mm-hmm. And that right there is how you get loopholes in the law that allow countries and even companies and even individual people to basically operate in a realm of like free reign, because I don't even think the word technology is even anywhere in the Constitution.
Nobody knew technology was going to be what it is today. I mean, and in 10 years, it might be AI, like, because AI is starting to take off. So then you got to say, oh, well, now will robots be considered?
Are they people?
Right.
Or are they still property? Do they have rights? What rights do they have?
Exactly. Then you got to add that in there.
That stuff it's not defined. And so, like, and then, I mean, judicially in that situation, it's either the lawmaker, like Congress and the Senate and all that stuff, like they'll attempt to get ahead of it by discussing it and then trying to enact the law and all that stuff. But what will usually happen 9 times out of 10 is that somebody is 100% right in what they're doing, and someone else, because of the law or lack thereof, they're 100% right in what they're doing, and it happens to conflict, and so they sue each other. And because at one has to lose, and so they basically say, yeah, we're immediately going to appeal because we need this to go all the way up to the Supreme Court, because those are, I mean, that's basically the next set of lawmakers, Supreme Court of the United States.
Well, and as of right now, that is so fucking flawed. Excuse my language. Because it's even more. But no, what I'm saying is even more flawed because Trump now has someone in each space to pretty much get around that. So he picked the Supreme Court. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, dude, we just like by any means necessary, Malcolm X style, he has to be out of office. Like, there ain't no point in sitting here saying impeach, because by the time they go through the whole impeachment shit, and 2 things about impeachment, people. By the time they go through the impeachment, we'll be in 2020 elections. Mm-hmm. There's that, because the process is long. Second, if you're impeached, you still can be president of the United States. Case in point, Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was impeached. People don't even know that. He was impeached, but still served the remainder of his term. So, yeah. So that's why I want people to stop saying impeach, because at this point, just vote. Go freaking vote. Vote not only just for president, your senators, your House of Representatives. They're the ones that's sitting in these long-ass meetings making these laws, vetoing these laws that don't help us. That's what people don't realize. At the end of the day, the president don't really make a lot of fucking decisions. He rallies to get people in the House and the Senate to make the decision, because anything has to go through Trump can say whatever. It has to go through the House and the Senate before. Yeah. So at the end of the day, the biggest reason we should vote is for the House representatives, for our senators. That's really what it boils down to. But at the U.S. Trump,
the United States, because there's a difference. You got state level.
Yep, that's true.
The federal level, but United States senator.
Both, like you need, because even in these states, like.
But those are the quiet ones, because nobody really pays attention. They kind of skip.
They don't pay attention until men start making decisions about women's bodies and having abortions. But yet, and still, half of the men who passed the laws got somebody's pregnant, committed adultery, got somebody pregnant, and probably paid somebody low key to. Nah, really? These are the same men that's making these laws about women's bodies, are the same men that's pretty much shooting a club up and got all these illegitimate damn kids that they trying to hide.
Not shooting up the club. Yo, weak. So you got to do better with the pull-out game, bruh.
I'm just saying, come on. Half of these senators and these white men out here, come on, man. All of them cheating.
Yeah, it's good looking.
Yeah, the shit I done seen.
Somebody say.
The shit I done seen at these damn strip clubs, these white strip clubs, they ain't even went home. Still got their goddamn briefcase and towel on and just shaking their head through some titties. Come on, man.
Motorboating.
Come on.
Oh, dang.
Nobody got time for that bullshit.
All right, yo. We gotta wrap it up. We're coming up on an hour. We start losing a lot of people at around an hour. But I did just want to say this though. This as a way to just try to entice people to go catch the documentary, The Great Hack. Yeah. I'll say this. I used to think that I was, not even being funny, I used to think that I was kind of crazy for verbally saying something several times over the span of a couple of days, and then going on my phone and I see an advertisement for it. Mm-hmm. I just think I was crazy. That's one of the things that they talk about in the documentary, because I mean, it's because I could say to people, see if you just watch my phone real quick. Well, it's got Panthers on it, so hold on. I was to say, hey Siri. All right, cut it off.
You always, somebody's always listening.
Yeah, like the phone literally has to listen for those words. So how do you know it's not?
I mean, you got Hey Google.
Yeah. Alexa.
Hey, yeah, Alexa. I don't even have mine. Yeah, it's always listening.
It's always.
I'm a techie, and it's so funny. Like, I'm in the digital media space, and to learn the shit that is going on, I wasn't necessarily surprised, but the shit is like, I just didn't know. I know what technology is capable of. So I wasn't surprised, but I just didn't know people were actually utilizing the technology for its true capabilities.
I knew it was only a matter of time.
Like, at the end of the day, pay attention to these damn movies, Minority Report, Eagle Eye. All of that shit is based off real premise shit. Go back and watch it.
Everything, like, was the Terminator. Like I'm talking about the first one. Well, maybe not the first one.
Even all the Day After Tomorrows and Olympus Is Falling and all that, bruh, all that stuff is based off of some kind of facts. They might exaggerate it to make it, nobody will ever think, because if we add this in here, Minority Report, all that technology, that touchscreen technology, da 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 da.
And that's over there like moving this.
That technology has been existing for years. It
as
just,
soon as, because if you
it
think
just
about
sits at the Pentagon.
Exactly. Because as soon as, because I mean, think about it. You got people in the film industry. I mean, they're just creative. So, you know, and they may have technical advisors. We have to also do that so that they don't say something that's just completely outlandish. But if they can think about it and they can say, all right, if we wanted to do, you know, we want to be able to touch if I wanted to touch my computer screen and slide a document over literally and it goes right over through, like, what would that look like? So they can just, I mean, it's a movie, so you can create what that would look like. But I guarantee you somebody in a company is watching that movie and is like, hey, we can build that, yo.
Well, first of all, it's probably, the thing is, what I want people to realize is ain't no damn movie director or no studio that damn smart where they're like, ooh, let's do something. That shit already existed for somebody to think of it. And another thing, like most of these people, like in these movies, like The Day After or whatever, and all the Minority Reports, and they use like the planes and like the army and stuff. Those are real generals, lieutenants, because my cousin was an air battle manager in the Air Force, and a few of his superiors played in these movies as the actual people. So that's why I was like, this stuff is not like, oh, somebody in the movie that, oh, it would be dope. No, the shit existed, and all they're doing is saying, hey, can we use this, but alter it to make it look like exaggerated stuff.
Yeah. No, that's yeah.
I mean, the United States currently has, when it comes to their Air Force technology, they own a piece of technology that nobody in the world has, and it's called stealth. They have those planes guarded 24/7. Most officers cannot even get near any of the stealth technology because they do not know they don't trust anybody, and you have to have high security clearance to even be near one.
Yeah, and that's what's really, well, I'm 99% sure that's what's really going on.
And China been trying to get their hands on that.
No, because people are talking about storming Area 51 because they think that there's some aliens.
Oh God!
Yeah, like, no, man, that's where they testing planes out. That's where they test the planes. Like that's why there's airfields there. And not to mention, but they said, like, even when they say, for example, like they're bringing out a new plane because they either want to test like some type of, you know, takeoff or a landing or whatever, or a demonstration or something like that. Any employee that works at the Area 51, if their job is to work outside, they have to go inside. And the blinds are shut, the doors are locked. Everybody's literally locked in. So they have no idea what's going like outside. But they keep it that secret to where the people that are even allowed to work on the base and that are authorized to work on the base still can't even see that shit.
Yeah. So like I said, it's just, hey, like if you got that feeling, like if you thinking, hey, is Alexa listen to me? Is such and such, believe it. Because Big Brother watching and listening. So these phones where, remember, we were able to disable the 911 piece, the GPS locator piece on it, and now all phones you can't take the GPS tracking off. You have to leave it on for the 911 emergency purposes now. They got around that, didn't they?
Well, I mean, that's the easiest. That's only a matter of time, because as soon as people say, look, I want to be able to turn my GPS off. I don't like the idea that somebody can follow me and, you know, track me and this, that, the third. Okay, cool. What happens if you dial 911 but you are unable to speak? Would you want it to be able to send your location for help to find you?
Yep.
What about for your family? Would you want it for them?
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna break down and be like, well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great selling point. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So yeah, that's bruh.
Yeah, it's easy to get around that, man.
It's just, the difference is we just got a crazy man that's got his finger on the trigger for the nuke. And on that note,
cue the outro because it is about that time, y'all. I hope you have a great weekend.
Yes.
I won't be up there this weekend, or down there rather. And I'm going to Chicago in a couple weeks.
Ooh, yeah. Give me some Garrett's.
Actually, 2 weeks. Actually, I might have to record from Chicago. Now that I think about it, I think I fly out on that Thursday. I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna check again, but that doesn't even concern the subscribers. So I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. Okay, Yols, what's going on? What's
I turn the light on. I turn the light on.
Man,
I turn the light on.
Thought I was about to be some thought I was about to hear like some mint condition in the background or something.
It just looks. I don't know why the camera makes it look yellow like that, though. It do look like I set the mood, though, don't it?
It do. I don't know if someone knocked on the door or
oh my God, no,
got a key or what.
I'm about to go watch Green Bay.
You say what now?
It's football season. I'm about to go watch Green Bay. Yeah. Texans and Packers, they have started. Time to go.
Deuces. Be safe, Yols.
All right.
Yols.